Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Luis Antonio Pichardo, and I'm the founder and executive director of DSTL Arts, or DSTL Arts as I call it. DSTL Arts is a nonprofit arts mentorship organization that inspires, teaches, and hires emerging artists from underserved communities. And the reason why we're here tonight is because we're here to celebrate the release of two zines that we just had wrap up in December with, yes, yeah, a round of applause for everyone. The zines are Art Block Zine and Aurtistic Zine. Those are two individual zines. I'll let our editors-in-chief, Tanya and Jeremy, speak about them a little bit once I'm done. But as the publisher of these zines, I want to say, thank you for those of you that submitted your work. It was great being able to work with our editors-in-chief in curating the work and ultimately putting the zines together and publishing it. I also want to say, shout out to our art directors, both Adolfo Reyes, who is the art director for Aurtistic Zine, and Roque Torres, who is the art director for Art Block Zine. Their cover art, as usual, is always amazing and definitely great to see on each one of the new issues. And for anybody that is watching this or participating for the very first time in anything related to either Art Block Zine or Aurtistic Zine, I wanted to make sure to invite you all to actually explore our website a little bit. I'm going to share my screen here real quick to show you what it looks like. So this is the DSTL Arts website, and if in case you want to learn a little bit more about the zines and the other programs that DSTL Arts offers, you just simply go here to the Programs tab, and then you'll be able to see the little pull-down menu. We have here a brief explanation of the programs that DSTL Arts does provide to our community. DSTL Arts is based in LA, and most of the workshops and things that are led by me and my teaching artist teams are offered either in the South LA area or the East LA area. Of course, right now, because of the pandemic, everything is online and virtual. But for those that are interested in learning about Art Block Zine, you can go here to either the Art Block Zine link there, or in the Programs tab over here, you have Art Block Zine. You can scroll down and learn about all the different submission periods that we have, the current theme that we have, and then ultimately by clicking on right here, View Complete Guidelines and Submit, you'll be able to submit work to Art Block Zine, which is open to any resident of LA County, ages 16 and older, who is an emerging artist. And then Aurtistic Zine, same thing. You just scroll, go to the tab there, and you'll find out more information about Aurtistic Zine. Same thing, you'll find our submission periods, the current theme for the latest issue that we're working on, and you scroll down a little bit and you'll find here the same button, View Complete Submission Guidelines and Submit Here. I'll let Jeremy and Tanya speak a little bit more about the current theme that we're working on, and the theme that we just wrapped up and are celebrating. But before we leave the website, I'd like to also invite you to consider going to the shop button there, and here is where you'll be able to find the current issue of Art Block Zine and Aurtistic Zine. You just go here to Books, Comics, and Zines. We also do offer subscriptions. So for anyone interested in subscribing to our zines, we have different levels of subscription. You can get an all digital zine subscription there. You can find the Art Block only subscription, as well as the subscription for Aurtistic Zine and also our Conchas y Café zine, which is another series of zines that we produce through our Conchas y Café workshops. So we do offer bundles as well if you want to get all of them all at once. And last but not least, DSTL Arts is a nonprofit organization. There's never any charge that is incurred by you if you wish to, submit to any one of our zines. And in fact, you actually get a free copy of the zines delivered to you as a contributor if your work is published. But if you'd like to donate and support our organization and all of the different programs that we provide to our community, you can do so by going to donate on our website. And you can also support us if you shop on Amazon by going to smile.amazon.com and assigning DSTL Arts as your charity of choice. And we also have this other program called Giving Assistant that also gets you cash back, and a percentage of your savings get donated to DSTL Arts. So to sort of move us along and to show you what the zines look like, we will be now looking at the zines themselves. So those of you that received them in the mail, like I said, I hope you have them with you and are enjoying them. Here we have what Art Block Zine looks like in digital form. Again, Art Block Zine, the covers and some of the additional illustrations are done by our art director, Roque Torres. Personally, I think this one is definitely one of the coolest covers that we've done to date. So this is the front cover and back cover, and then we have the interior front and interior back cover. And, you know, we have some spectacular artists that are featured in this particular issue, including Fusaro, Luz Rosales, Alex Andifong, Alison Segura, Salvador Correa, Jose in LA, Gloria Vasquez Warner, Javier Asher Chavez, or J. Asher Chavez, Effie Carosca, Aaron Edmundo, Funaki, John Boudreau, Angel Cruz, and of course, Roque Torres and Jeremy Arias. So if you leaf through it, you'll be able to see, you know, everyone's got some really awesome work to share. And, you know, those of you that are visual artists, definitely shout out for sending us your work and, you know, gracing our covers. And for our literary artists, thank you so much for sharing your words. It's always great to read and feel the artwork that's shared. Mm-hmm. Also, we have here Aurtistic Zine, and as I mentioned before, Aurtistic Zine has some excellent illustrations. I think these are really fun and definitely add to the character of Aurtistic Zine. These are done by Adolfo Reyes, our art director for Aurtistic Zine. And I believe these are different representations of some of the people who submitted to Aurtistic Zine. So, you know, if you see yourself, might recognize yourself in illustration form, congratulations for making it into our issue. And all the different artists that are featured in this particular issue include Jose Cardenas, Sarah Telkamp, Fox Reyes, Alex Andy Fong, Isaac Madrigal, Elias Madrigal, Miss Michelle Smith, Cyrus Perez, and Lola May Horn. So shout out to them. Here you'll find a lot of really excellent work, some great writing and visual art as well, coming from our Aurtistic Zine friends and community. So with that, I think I will pass it on to our editors-in-chief. If you have any questions at any time during the event, feel free to use the chat. And again, if you'd like to read or perform some work or say a few words, you're welcome to drop your name in the chat at any given time. If you signed up in advance, Jeremy and Tanya will be calling you up to perform your work. Once the people that signed up in advance are, you know, finally got their opportunity, those of you that signed up using the chat will then get to perform. And thanks again for joining us. Jeremy, Tanya, it's all yours.
Hello. Tanya, did you want to go first? Should we rock, paper, scissors over this, or do you want me to start this off?
I was waiting to see if you were going to unmute first, so since you did, by all means.
Okay, all right, I guess I'll get started. So just start us off, I'll talk a little bit about Art Block Zine. Block Zine is a Los Angeles-based zine produced by DSTL Arts. And one of the things we do is we gather work from a bunch of different artists across LA, and we compile it into one zine. One of the things we like to do is carry on some of the goals and the missions of DSTL Arts to hire, inspire, and teach where we can. And one of the biggest things that I've seen, one of like the biggest like results, something that came back to me was that a lot of other artists have also been inspired, like just seeing their work on print, like either whether it's photography or something that they wrote or something that they drew. A lot of people see that, and just having their work with a bunch of other artists just inspires them to keep on creating and to keep on expanding their limits. And I think that's pretty cool. That was something I didn't see coming out of it, which was pretty rewarding, you know, being someone that can inspire like that. I've been with us for a part of 2 years already, and honestly, I'm very honored to have seen it grow so much. This is the biggest zine we have, and it's honestly, it just looks so beautiful. Like, this was very well put together. There's so many good illustrations in there. A lot of the work, I think, is very powerful and representative of just different diverse voices going around in the streets today, or at least here in LA, like what we all see. So I just want to say thank you to all the artists who contribute a little something to our Block Zine. And Roka is not here, but I want to give him another shout out just because this is really good. This is some great work. And yeah, so that's a little bit about Art Block here. Tanya, you want to get started on Artistic?
Or just a part of it?
Hi everyone, my name is Tanya Sotelo, and I am the editor-in-chief of Aurtistic Zine. Artistic was the brainchild of Marina Chavarria. We had met at an event and we connected. Both of our, two of her two sons and our son, they're autistic, and so we started talking about just how artistic they are, and just about how a lot of the media that's out there about autism and autistic individuals was really centered around the parents and how it affected parents and not so much about the individuals. And there was a lot of, parents talking for the individuals instead of, allowing them to have agency and autonomy over their own thoughts. So what we wanted to do is to allow the family and the individuals to participate and to have these conversations and to share art and prose and poetry with us and to build a community. And it's been really gratifying for me to have developed friendships, even if it's just, online friendships, like every time I see Miss Susie post, it's like, oh, Miss Susie has something up, knowing that, Fox, he loves to draw, that he is already, in published work. That's always something neat to show. And it's just something where I am very proud to be part of. And I want to continue to grow with Artistic. I'm very excited because Artistic was initially just in Southern California, open to Southern California. Now we're opening it nationwide. So anyone across the US can submit to Artistic with the next coming issue. And yeah, pretty much for me, it has just been really gratifying to see all of the wonderful artists meet the artists, build community with the artists, and to see them just grow, with us and, me grow with them. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys right now.
Does anyone have any questions about either organization? I feel like most of us here have either submit or are kind of in the loop. Does anyone have any questions or anything that, you've been kind of bugging to ask, but you just haven't really had the chance? All right. Doesn't look like we do. But, okay. I guess for now then, should probably get on with the open mic. I guess so. All right. Good. I'll probably open it up, I guess, unless somebody else wants to do the first. Tanya, do you have anyone for you to start?
It's Javier, and then I think Miss Susie both signed up in the chat. So if you want to start.
It looks like Tanya had a little glitch there. There we go. She's back.
She's back. Okay.
But yes.
If you want to start it off, Jeremy, and then we can do Javier and Miss Susie, and then I don't know if anyone else wants to drop their name in the chat, so we can go ahead and line you guys up too. I know that Andy's gonna close us out today.
Michelle Smith emailed me, and so I kind of heard her as well. So. All right.
Oh, just by the way, my name is actually Alex because the funny thing about my middle name is that that happens to me all the time. A lot of people call me Andy, even though that's my middle name.
Okay, sorry about that, Alex.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
All right. So I'll probably open up with what I wrote for my contribution. It was something pretty short. I was actually inspired by Alex's haiku from the last issue. I wanted to write something just a little short, keep it simple, see how much I can cram into just a few words. And actually on this page, there's actually a really nice illustration, a very long piece here. You can see it here. But it's a really nice illustration that came with it. I think it was just well paired. So here it goes. It's called A Public Service. The baton is raised. Badge says to protect and serve, but they are just words. And that's it. Do you want to go next, Tanya, or should we start with our list?
I'll go right before Alex, so so that way we'll tail end it. Okay. So Michelle, Miss Michelle, she emailed you first, so she'll go, and then Javier, and then Miss Susie.
All right, sounds good. Is Michelle here?
Yes, I am. Good evening, everybody. How is everybody tonight? It's cold night.
How are you, Michelle?
I'm fine, thank you. And Louise, thank you for this opportunity for all of us poets. And hello, Carol, and hello, Joan, all the way from Tennessee. I appreciate being up late like this. Joan, thank you very much. And thank you for listening to all of us on this beautiful night. I have two poems. However, I will say that as a mother, I can tell you about myself, about me. Michelle Y. Smith is an essential health worker, poet, essayist, a novice photographer, and watercolor painter. However, the most living role in her life is as mother of an autistic son who is also creative and a self-taught hair braider. Now, everybody has heard of a show called Everybody Hates Chris. Well, but everybody loves Chris. And if you haven't met him once, met him twice, you'll see him pretty soon. As an essential worker, I work at a place called, I work at an assisted living facility for seniors. And I wrote a poem in regards to my experience. It'll be one of many eventually. It is called The Have and Have Nots. And someday I'll have my poems memorized. So that it goes like this. The have and have nots. Paying the landlord's mortgage. My hard-earned money spent is rent. The 1st and 15th, outstretched and barely enough to save and pay myself 10%. The have and have nots. A fresh lap coat of paint of black, white, and red all over. My apartment 4+ colors resemble newsprint and Elizabeth Arden's red door, a sophistication. The have and have nots of the hustle and the bustle of work of 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. She's an essential worker that spends 90 to 95% on her feet. Service with a smile. Good morning, and how are you today? Good morning, and how are you today? For each resident is the average age of 85. 20 minutes to provide care is the most suggested max, I am told. I believe in clean and pristine. Bed making, ADLs from head to toe are complete. I will need assistance with a 2-worker transfer from my co-workers from my caseload, the have and have-nots. Thank you, Lord, for I am a CNA, licensed CNA. I get 2 10-minute breaks, 1 half-an-hour lunch, uniformed in SSL gear. My ankles and feet are swollen and inflamed as if hit by pugilist punch. The have and have-nots. I heal with a smile. And the word of encouragement, a meal, a teapot, ding ding, with love, patience, and drive. Their eyes are the windows of their souls. The have and have-nots are with care and comfort during these chaotic and isolated times. And I will say one thing, as an essential worker, you may not see this, well, this is Sam Smith, but anyway, at the bottom here, in the middle here, is my COVID card. My I don't know how do I say it. Yeah, I have a free card for Monopoly, but it's my Moderna card. I got my first dose last week, and I have to get the rest of it next week. I mean, not next week, but next month on the 12th. So, as an essential worker, I embrace this for this. I embrace this proudly because it protects me, but more importantly, it protects others that I work with and other people. So, therefore, it's important, and I hope that the dismal news that Garcetti said about next year does not occur. We need those shots now for everybody because it's not fair. That's another story. Especially for our children who are autistic, because or any child from toddler to adulthood, because they may have immunocompromised conditions. You never know how they are with their health, and they're vulnerable. Just like the residents I serve, they need to be immunized too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And like I said, they have and have-nots. And in a way, with this COVID vaccine, we're having have-nots, right? However, and Jeremy, he's right because it's true and it's not fair, and hopefully that will change. And we all know that money isn't everything. So anyway, that's how I feel about that subject. And
That was beautiful, Mom. Thank you for sharing it. Good on you for getting that. I'm glad you really embraced that and you show it out because there is a lot of fear going on around it as well. So
yes, there is. Yes, there is.
It's a nice little change to see.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. Am I reading my next one, or should I wait?
I was about to ask if you wanted to read it. Or...
Oh, certainly I will. I will. And that poem, I appreciate that. And the next one I'm going to read is called "Where the Flowers That Bloom." It is in tribute to Chris, my son, and it was motivated and inspired, sadly, by the demise of George Floyd. Where the Flowers That Bloom. It is on page 33, and the other one I read previously was on page 29. We are the flowers that bloom. We are the flowers that bloom. Behind the gate, tended firmly, there should be no sorrow. At night, they will close and open again tomorrow. Incredible, they are brighter, bountiful, and beautiful to share. In the morning glory of God's care, not to be divided and conquered, equal opportunity for the shrub, as in Genesis, the beginning of God's love. And this is America, not all of sovereignty, the home of the brave, and certainly not the free. These flowers came from the ancestors of Africa, thrown in a new and strange land, chained and beaten, slavery, bravery, bravely, America is their home. 401 years from 1619 to 2020. Many of our sons were not born in April 1992, the 28-year-old Ronnie King riot and revolt that occurred. Mine was nearly 6 years old. Injustice continues, and the blooms are forlorn. To tell you about Medgar, Malcolm, and Martin is not enough. Protect yourself. If someone bothers you, we are taught and told. But you are not able to, for he may wear a badge, and the colors of black and blue, and the color of authority. Those flowers no longer grow and gleam in the morning glory. Another statistic, another statistic, another story. The shrub is my son, the bud is my son, and so are countless others. Someone's uncle, cousin, friend, neighbor, father, or brother. He is not a criminal, but in this country and in the book of Ralph Ellison's book, he is treated as invisible. Where does the flower grow now? Where can it thrive? Did you know that the flower is autistic and stereotyped? He has a hidden disability and a gentle giant to be described. The flower grows and reaches to a new height. I don't want to be a mother, crying tears to heaven for the rest of my life, wondering who plucked my flower and allowed him to die. Genesis is the beginning. God loves all. Protect my son, my flower, my God.
That was beautiful. I cried the first time that I read that. I'm like tearing up right now too. That was beautiful, and
Thank you.
I could never know exactly how that is, but like I have that fear too, you know, with our sons being autistic and not
That's
being
right.
and stereotyped, and not, you know, maybe the appropriate response when asked questions, you know. So that really that really affected. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that because our children, you've seen Chris. I mean, he'll be 35. You're like, what? What? You wait till your son becomes 35. My baby will be 35 years old, and you know, I love the child. I love him. I love my child from moon and back. And you know, he is one fantastic man. If you can't see him here, he's on page. We're on page. Well, here we go. And a few pages over, but that's us. You go try that. Thank you. That's it. Thank you. There we go. That's even more beautiful. That's right. That's my guy. And all I can say is this: more power to our children. You know, our children are beautiful. They're special. They're priceless and precious. And no matter what age they are, from little to tall, taller, like Javier Chavez, tall. You know, we love our children. So we love them all, and we got to, you know, diligence and diligence is important for our children to protect them and arm them because we don't know, and we have to do the best we can. Support is key, so important. But enough about me though. This is about as poets. So thank you all very much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I think about,
Thank
you
you.
know, Jenny.
Oh, Michelle, I do want to tell you something.
Lisa.
Yes,
The
Alex.
truth is
You know,
that
Lisa,
your son is 35, but the truth is I'm only 30 years old this year, and I'm just trying to prepare entering my 30s. What's kind of funny was that as soon as I graduated high school, oh man, I still look the same 12 years later.
Yes, you do.
Still look,
Good.
I still look 18 even though I'm almost 30.
That's right. You. You're welcome.
And
You're welcome.
I remember Jenny, I didn't really hear anything about it until later.
You have such a beautiful voice, Michelle. Thank you for sharing.
You're very welcome. You're welcome.
And they're both
You wanna add
single
something, Javier?
parents.
Oh, no, I was just wondering if I should
Lisa
just
doesn't
go.
have, neither have a good relationship
Yeah,
with their ex. And their
You
boys
want to
are
put
like,
him up next, Tanya?
you know, super tall.
Yeah, it's Javier, and then I think
You know, and I think Lisa's
it's
son
Miss
has
Susie.
some
and then if anybody else wants to drop anything in the chat, let us know.
So
If
it's
not, then
really
I'll
scary.
read my
And
letter
I know
from the
she's
editor,
talked
and
about,
then
you
Alex
know, she's
will
actually
speak for it.
been really nice. I mean, she reached out to me years ago
All right. I just kind of wrote this up, or I made it of different like lines that I had written over the past couple months. So it's just kind of made up right now. It doesn't really have a title. So it goes like this. It's always spinning, the world. Wonders, sorting their change. Fear nothing, hate nothing. Family tales of broken boundaries, determined, convinced that out of reach isn't an option. Broke, never poor. Finding new ways to bring up the mind. Remember the past. Upward trajectory and continue. Down the road, an empty alleyway echoes its past, through a cacophony of broken glass and day-old garbage. The real grit that we so often long for, pay for, buy, sell, and then display for all the world to see. Now was the time then, but it was always these days. But it always changes these days. Relevance relative to time and place, or so it seems. We can do the same for all that which we care to be. Let go of the desire to control and watch the curtains of life draw themselves back, just for you. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, so she had a report to say that
Yay.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Such powerful imagery in there.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You know, unpredictable.
Okay.
And
You're getting great.
Okay, all right.
we have like outbursts and episodes.
Hi, everybody. This one is called Emancipated Flight. And this is about, as a child,
You know, they're, for as long as they live, they
Loving-
might have to support their son.
loving the night because that's when I get to fly.
And it's like the same
Emancipated flight.
thing with Paige. Levy
As a
and
youngster coping with trauma,
Chris, if they don't
I
do
beckoned to the
something
flora and the
to
fauna.
help her, she's
Elements of
and as it
nature
is,
responded
Love's
to my
always
call.
something
Dreamy ports of entry
that.
were tiny and
Because
small.
Paige cannot function.
Swimming in the
Yeah.
sky
Can't hold a job,
released me from life's
can't
eye,
rationalize well.
lifting off
She doesn't
into the
share
day of
either
night
to see
when
that she
things
has a
were
problem.
just right. It was an exercise of delight, an invitation to enjoy life. Into the night sky, I took my daily rest. As above, so below, I don't think so. Feeling right makes you ready for flight, restricted to only at night. Winds anointed me with peace, exaggerated air commanded me there. I constructed the omnipresent queen
Wait
who
a
knew
minute.
no fear in that atmosphere. Everything below delighted my senses. The universe was sweet and small, with no problems at all. Flying over was different than looking down. The topological view birthed feelings that were absolutely new. Flying emancipated me from fear. The joyous connection made my life dear. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You guys are both so visual. Like I could picture both Javier and your words. You know, we're very visual.
Oh, thanks. Well, we're both. My dad was really the starter of the writers in our little family. So Dad's, gone, but he's had his effect on all of us, and we've, been as a family encouraged to recognize the brilliance and the supportiveness and the love that can come through words.
That's a beautiful legacy.
Thank you. It is. It is.
All right.
Anybody else? Any takers? No? Okay. I'm just gonna read my my little letter from the editor, Tanya's thoughts. When the idea for this issue's theme, Creation Through Chaos, was decided by the artistic team back in March, we had no idea just how much chaos would ensue in the coming months. In such a short period of time, the way the whole world operated had upended. I could not have imagined how strange, heartbreaking, and hopeful the days to come would be. Here we are months later, and many, many more months later after that, and the days are still strange. I myself struggled to create during those early months, but as submissions began to trickle in, it was comforting. I began to have a sense of familiarity once more. It encouraged me to continue to tend to that spark in me that had been temporarily snuffed out. As difficult as these times have been, seeing the effort and thought our contributors have put into each creation has been a reminder of the beauty that can be found even on the dreariest of days. My hope for this issue is that the contents within will ignite or stoke the fires of creativity within our readers as they did me. Over these past few years together, we have become a community, and I am excited to see how we grow as our submissions expand nationwide. As always, thank you to our talented contributors and kind supporters. You are the reason we continue to thrive and do our best each issue. Thank you.
It's beautifully put. Thank you for showing me that. It's like at the same time, since I was running our blog as well, we also had our team up, but ours was word on the street. And I feel like after COVID hit, the streets were shut down. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like,
What are we gonna do? All right. So for me, to you guys, thank you. You guys inspire me. You guys really did, like, when I was down and I would see the submissions come in, the writing, the art, the pictures, you know, it was heartbreaking and it was, you know, inspiring, and it made me want to, you know, also contribute. So thank you all for that. Okay, Alex, are you ready?
Yeah. Okay, so the Oscar-winning song City of Stars. City of stars, are you shining just for me? City of stars, there's so much that I can't see. Who knows? I felt it from the first embrace I shared with you. That now our dreams, they finally come true. City of stars, just one thing everybody wants. There in the bars and through the smokescreen of the crowded restaurants. It's love. Yes, all we're looking for is love from someone else. A rush, a glance, a touch, a dance, a look in somebody's eyes, to light up the skies, to open the world and send it reeling. A voice that says I'll be here and you'll be alright. I don't care if I know just where I will go, 'cause all that I need is this crazy feeling, a rat-tat-tat in my heart, that I wanted to stay. City of stars, are you shining just for me? City of stars, never shine so brightly.
Beautiful.
thank you.
Alex.
Hey, Alex, yay!
You're like a Fred Astaire.
That was awesome, Alex. Thanks again for singing for us. If in case those of you that are new to the art block scene and artistic scene, you can actually see the last release party of the previous issues up on YouTube, and you can catch Alex again singing for us. Yeah. So
I will admit that Show Yourself from Frozen 2, that is officially my favorite song of 2021.
awesome. I'm assuming that one's going to be on repeat throughout the year.
Well, actually, I sang it last time, so it should be up on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah. Great. And I just wanted to hop in one more time just to encourage anybody that didn't get a chance to say a few words or who would like to share, to just encourage you. You know, feel free. It is a full open mic at this point now. Mauricio, Caro, Leticia, John, Joan. No, no one. All right. Oh, okay. I see. Mauricio's not prepared, but cool. All right, Mauricio. Guess you'll be up next. In the meantime, also, well, thank you for being here to support Caro. No worries.
I appreciate you being here as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Look how we were also able to give a platform to a singer for a little bit. Like we have all these illustrators and writers, and now like only at our open mics do we have singers.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome. And yeah, just one more time, I wanted to reiterate to you guys, if in case you would like to purchase an issue, an extra copy for those of you that already have one, or any of our past issues, if you go to our shop, you'll be able to purchase past issues, current issues of Art Block Zine and Aurtistic Zine. You just simply go to the Books, Comics, and Zines category, click there, and you can find copies of all the issues of Conchas y Café, Art Block Zine, and Aurtistic Zine, as well as past chapbooks and other books that were produced through our artist residency workshops programs. So here you'll find, you just got to scroll all the way down, and you'll find here, this was the very first, the inaugural issue of Aurtistic Zine. So this is volume 1, issue 1, and then you keep on scrolling down and you'll find all of the latest issues of those two publications. So here's volume 2, issue 1 of Aurtistic Zine. And this is volume 5, issue 2, the most recent issue before the beat of Art Block Zine. And then, of course, continue on down. And here are the 2 new issues: Creation Through Chaos, Aurtistic Zine, volume 2, issue number 2, and The Beat, which is Art Block Zine, volume 6, issue 1. And Art Block Zine this year is celebrating 6 years of giving emerging artists in LA County a platform. And Aurtistic Zine has just wrapped up 2 full years and is now entering its 3rd year of giving artistic individuals a platform for sharing their work. So I want to thank you all again for submitting, and also for supporting, those of you that are here to support. So yeah, 3 years of Aurtistic Zine, going into 3 years. So Mauricio, are you ready to perform for us?
I found something, yes, Louise.
Awesome, man. Go for it.
Just wanted to say thank you to all for sharing. Just a quick poem that I wrote. This is about my experience dealing with blindness, actually. So I call this Auras. White is not the absence of color. It was a beacon, a signal to stop walking on the fuzzy black, to wait for the blinking orange, the stuttering green, to avoid the rushing blurs of metallic black and blue. When you are born with eyes that only see color, you don't see blemishes on skin, can't tell between fat or skinny, Mexican or Guatemalan, a grimace from a smile. When you are born with eyes that only see color, you live in a chaos of color, squares of brown and red, jabbing into immense ocean blue, yellow isosceles triangles floating on a bed of green. When you are born with eyes that only see color, they become alive. Your friends, reds, being sirens, loud and obnoxious, beiges are moody and sarcastic, yellows are hopped on sugar, and greens are your best friends, grays are medicated, and orange just never shuts up about how orange they are. And the blues defend you from the jet blacks, and white is your soulmate. When you are born with eyes that only see color, you yearn for something vivid, something you can see without squinting. When you are born with eyes that only see color, you ignore imperfections and focus on the color of one's soul. Thank you all.
Wow, thank you for sharing. That was powerful.
Yes, it was.
Yes, indeed. Awesome.
Definitely awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, getting love in the chat there too, man. Yeah.
That's right, Carl. That's right.
All right. So, Tanya, Jeremy, y'all have any last words that you'd like to share?
Sure.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead, Jeremy.
I'll let you go first this time.
Okay. I just wanted to let you guys know that our the theme for our next issue is connect, disconnect. So how are you guys navigating that right now, since you can't really be outside of your bubble of people or your group of people, hopefully. And how is it that you're able to continue to keep those connections, or how are you able to disconnect? I know because we're just at home, we might just be on our devices, we might just be scrolling through Instagram or, Facebook, Twitter, or whatnot. So to me, I have not really had a problem with the lockdown. We are very much like homebodies. So it hasn't really been that big of a deal, except for, Fox, he's 8 years old, and we wanted to, have more of a community for him, online. And so we had to, reach out. And so that was, new to us and weird to navigate. And so we just want to know how you guys are doing it too. Have you guys found this time to be, I don't know, maybe comforting to just have your time, not have to be out in the, out and about and all the noise and all the loudness and all the, just like the rush. Like that's one thing that I've noticed is just like the go, like, oh, I have to get here, I have to go there, and I have to do this, that I still have things to do, but it's kind of on a different level. So pretty much that's pretty much it. Our deadline is March 1st, and I'm looking forward to seeing everything that you guys are submitting. We have an ambitious cover. We're still, working out the kinks for it. And really, if you guys have any suggestions ever on, things on themes or anything, feel free to reach out to me. I do respond on Instagram and Facebook. So if you guys have any questions regarding artistic or submissions or just ideas for future themes or just anything, I'm always open to having that conversation with you guys. Jeremy?
All right. Well, thank you for the extra information and for sharing your call for submissions. That sounds like a very interesting thing. I'd like to see when that comes out. I guess following a similar road, Art Block also has a call for submissions out right now, and our theme right now is following the leader and fitting in. So we kind of just got out of a crazy 4 years when people were blindly following whatever they hear and following rules and clowns and whatnot. And some people follow healthy things or, follow other people or do other things, So I didn't know where the beat was going to go. Our theme for this last issue was Word on the Street, and I didn't know where it was going to go, and I was surprised to see many different different perspectives that came back. So I'm really interested to see where people go with this one. Our Block Zine is open to artists ages 16 and up. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. I would like to hear back from everyone else at some point. But for now, thank you all for coming, for being here and spending your Friday evening here with us. It's been good. I really liked everyone's poetry that got shared and everyone who performed. It was a very beautiful night. Thank you all for coming, being a part of this.
Yes, thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure to see you all, to meet some of you for the first time. And just to reiterate both Tanya and Jeremy's message, we really do want to give you all a platform. And so, feel free to check out our website, look at all the different calls for submissions that we have. We also have upcoming workshops that begin in February. So stay tuned to our social media pages and also the website as well, which will get updated with the upcoming workshop series. It was a pleasure. Again, thank you for for joining us tonight. And I wish you all a great weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe, mask up,
Thank you, everyone.
and take care.
Thank
Bye,
you.
y'all.